Jody, 3-1 defeat on Boxing Day. I think you'd agree we had some great spells leading to chances in comparison to the Chelmsford game, but overall we couldn't do enough to get a much needed result.
Yeah, I was quite pleased with how we were playing. We'd stopped them playing their normal brand of football, the way they look to play out. When the third centre midfielder drops in between the centre backs, and we pressed them high with our front four. Got a lot of regains, which started counter-attacks. We also felt that we could probably hurt them with set plays, and we did. Most set plays caused them a lot of problems, and I felt we were in control of the game. I might be wrong. I haven't got a photographic memory, but I don't recall them having a chance before we went down to 10 men. Maybe a couple of long-range efforts, and yeah, it's a big turning point.
Yeah, the red card seemed like a massive turning point in the game, and after a promising start to the match, was it frustrating to have to change our game plan?
Yeah, of course. It was a massive turning point. The red card is hard from where I am to see whether or not it was a red card or not. It looked to me as though Queco was trying to pull out of the tackle, and Ryan Blackman had gone in strong. Unless I see a replay, I don't know. What I would say is I think there was enough there for the referee not to give a red card. He maybe could have booked both players, but until I see it back I won't be able to give a strong opinion. But yeah, it was certainly a turning point. However, it's not an excuse. I still felt confident. I still felt we could create chances with 10 men, and we did, and I expect us to defend better than that. We do a lot of work on Thursday nights defending against overloads, 8v6s, that kind of thing, and it's not a situation we're unaccustomed to. So I'm disappointed that we conceded the goal so soon into the second half, and I was disappointed with the reaction. But of course, it's hard. It's hard when you go down to 10 men, having been largely in control of the game up to that point.
You went with a very attacking lineup, which was working so well up until the changes that we had to make. Do you think that brought the best out of the team with the players that we now have available?
I think on this particular occasion we knew how Concord would play, and I felt that we could almost squeeze into a front four and play high up the pitch. It obviously left us slightly vulnerable into the ball behind, but Marv and Chamber were dealing with that quite well. So we tried to press as high as we could, and we tried to get as many numbers forward as we could at every opportunity. And to be honest, at 1-0, we've missed a couple of very good opportunities to stretch that lead and maybe take control of the game. Unfortunately, we didn't take those chances, and we know what followed.
It's away to Ebbsfleet on Tuesday. What do you think needs working on ahead of that one?
Just recovery. There's no chance to work. We've only got tomorrow off, so it's about recovery. And being ready for the next challenge, hopefully taking some of the disappointment from today and using it as motivation and energy for the next game. I mean, there were so many things today. That the ref didn't control. When they were substituting Ryan Blackman, who was involved in the red card incident, he's provoking our fans on all sides of the stand. When they scored the third goal after nicking it off our midfielder from the individual error, all 5 of their subs are on the pitch celebrating. You just want the game to be controlled and officiated properly, and I could sit here and take up half an hour talking about areas of the game where I didn't think it was controlled properly. So there's plenty of motivation for us going into the next 2 games. And we've got to see a positive reaction. We must see a positive reaction.